Michael, a couple of days in India to settle in. How have you found yesterday's hit out in the nets, and how are you positioned?
Yeah, look, really good. It's nice to be here. I think it's great to see all the boys back together. Our coach arrived this morning as well, so the whole squad's together. Boys trained really hard yesterday in pretty hot conditions as well, so a little bit worse for wear yesterday afternoon, but training again today leading up to the 3-day match tomorrow.
And as far as a team for the 3-day goes, undecided at this stage, but what are you thinking around that match?
Yeah, look, like I said, Mickey only arrived today, so I'll talk to him at training. We'll work out the 11 players. It's a first-class fixture, so we can only play 11. We'll work out what the 11 players are for that game this afternoon, and then we'll make a plan from there.
Yourself and Davey, obviously a little bit of doubt. Are you at the moment thinking 50-50 or wait and see what happens to that training?
Yeah, look, we'll wait and see. I think obviously the priority is the first test match, making sure we're fully fit for that, and we need to work out what's best for the team. Are we better off playing this game, or are we better off getting our preparation in the nets as a build-up to that first test match? So with a lot of this stuff, there's other people involved. We've got an expert in our physio, Alex Contouris. We'll speak to him, I'll speak to Mickey, and we'll make whatever decision we think's right for the team.
And it's been decided this morning here that Ashton Agar will stay on until the end of the 3-day game coming up. That must mean that obviously he's a good chance of playing in that match.
Yeah, look, he is. I think the most important thing for us is to make sure we've used all of our resources and looked at all of our players to work out what our best 11 is for the first test. Ash bowled really well in the 2-day practice game, and I know he's pretty happy that he's been told he's staying on for this 3-day match as well. So yeah, look, there's a big chance he'll play in that game. And again, the main reason is to make sure we're looking at all of our resources to give ourselves the best chance for that first test match.
A great development opportunity for him, 19-year-old, move from Victoria to WA. It's all happened pretty quickly, but it must be great for his development.
Oh, I think it's exciting. I think it's nice that he's over here at such a young age to be given the chance to tour with Australia, learn about different conditions, see the different conditions, and I know he's having a good time, so he's a great kid. It's nice to have him around.
And how have you found the conditions so far, or what do you think the conditions are going to be throwing up for the 3-day? Obviously, the 2-day the pitch spun and bounced a bit as well. Expecting similar conditions?
I think the 3-day will be very similar to the 2-day practice game. Same sort of wicket, same ground. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the Chennai pitch at this stage. I seen it yesterday, but we've got such a long period now before we start the first test match. I think we need to reassess that a little bit closer to the first test in regards to selection. But in general, the preparation's been outstanding. We've got lots of practice wickets that are very similar to conditions you get in the games here. I don't think there's anything better than playing a match for preparation rather than training. So it's exciting. We've got this 3-day practice game leading up for the boys. And yeah, the boys are training hard. We know we've got to work our backsides off in these conditions to get accustomed to them as soon as possible. It does take time, but I think we're getting there.
And as far as what you saw of the wicket yesterday, are you expecting it to turn? India have obviously no 4 spinners in their squad. Are you expecting to come up against all 4 of them in the first test?
Well, it's certainly possible. As the Australian team is preparing, like all of them will play. I think it would be silly not to. I think you need to, in your own mind, be prepared against any possible bowler you're going to face. We know their squad, so we're looking at all their bowlers individually, and we'll make sure we're as well prepared as we can be. I think spin's going to play a huge part in this series, whether it's facing it or bowling it on both sides. So, you know, we're working hard bowling with our bowling of spin. We're working hard facing spin in the nets as well. So I'm confident we'll be doing everything in our power to be as well prepared as we can be.
Steve Rickson talked about the fact that fast bowlers still play a big part in Indian conditions. Do you still feel that that's Australia's strength, the fact that we've got such great depth in our bowling ranks, or is it a case of potentially looking at how we can squeeze another spinner into that lineup?
I think it's picking your best attack. That's what you need to work out. Looking at conditions you're playing in, opposition you're playing against. I think you got to pick your best attack. Our fast bowlers, like I've said for a long time, are very talented and have had some success over the past 12 months, which is really exciting for us. I think fast bowling will play a part in this series, there's no doubt about it. Reverse swing, ball going up and down as the wicket deteriorates will be a huge factor in this test series. But we've got to work out what our best attack is to have success and pick those guys.